Our engagement lasted for 3 years. My fiancée spent 6 weeks touring Europe on an incredible trip. She made the decision to put a pause on our relationship, without consulting me. When I called her today, she was gone and had blocked me. Thus, in March, I called off our marriage and her move-in with me. I responded, "What does that have to do with me?" When she called me today to let me know what time she would be arriving on Thursday morning, and I have since blocked her. Edit. I should have been more clear. Her excursion with her former college sisters was acceptable to me. Actually, I drove her to boarding after dropping her off at the airport. She revealed the entire break situation to me at that point. She told me matter-of-factly and went without providing an explanation. I tried to call her the remainder of the week and spoke with her over the course of the remaining calls. I'd had enough after you ignored me for 5 days. She can move in with someone else because it won't be me. The wedding was called off. Now, for the most popular remarks prior to reading the updates. The cost of a divorce attorney in court is significantly higher than the cancelled wedding payments. I have spent 10 years and half of my belongings trying to figure this out. She blocked me for 6 weeks so she could take a break and travel to Europe, where she met people. This reminds me of one of my favorite comments, which I believe I read here. The lion, the witch, and the audacity of this be asterisk 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 dot. I'm very sorry for what transpired. If my boyfriend had banned me for no other reason than to go on a trip, I would have ended our relationship. She will do it once more if she wants to be independent before getting married. Not incorrect. Yes, otherwise there wouldn't have been a need for a break. She desired to be unfaithful without having to acknowledge it. If it was just a journey, why else would anyone need to take a break? She gave the OP almost no input, which makes me feel awful for him as well. Are you joking with me? And stopped him? What is the issue with her? I'm glad that the trash removed itself for you, OP. The woman's gall is astonishing to me. 6 weeks before a wedding, ending the relationship, traveling to Europe, and then anticipating a return to the same situation. Boy, is she about to get a surprise. She was probably thinking, I'm not worried about that. I'll just give him some and get back in his good graces. As she boarded the aircraft. Please provide us with an update. Amazingly, when she decided that you were taking a break without input and blocked you, the relationship was ostensibly over. This is what she said. I'm going on a trip to get railed by anyone I choose, but when I get back, I expect you to be there for all the love and support in marriage. Also, don't ask what I actually did for 6 weeks because I will lie and trickle truth to the bitter end. Trust is betrayed. There are consequences to actions. You are worthy of better. Proceed. Maintain your strength. It will be difficult because you haven't heard from her in a while. I really apologize. The first update is that those who are close to us are in a group chat. I told them all today that our relationship is finished and that our marriage has been cancelled. At around 10 a.m., I did it. The conversation actually took off, with people asking me candid questions about what had transpired. She started merely requesting that I contact her at 2 p.m. so that we could talk about this. I assured her that chatting on a chat window is acceptable. I haven't spoken to her yet, she replied. No, this is something between just us. Her departure is at 9 a.m. Her last message was sent at 6 p.m. Please pick me up at the airport so we can talk this out, as we planned. I responded. That was your plan, not mine. None of this was my plan. I hope she has success. Did she just ban you on the phone, or did she also ban you on social media? I constantly post my usual holiday photos to Facebook and Instagram when I'm away. She or one of the other girls most likely kept everyone informed. Was blocked everywhere that came to mind. Remain resilient, OP. Prepare for the full 9 of tears instead of bubbles. She can't possibly come up with an explanation for the past 6 weeks. Remember that and block her. There's no need to respond to the calls, texts, and voicemails. Keep going. Well done. It would be best for you if you never spoke to her again. She didn't give a damn about how her actions would make you feel, or how much harm she would cause. You don't want to live a lifetime with someone like this. You were helped by your ex. She would downplay her acts, accuse you of being insecure and controlling, and place the blame elsewhere if you were to meet with her. Refrain from providing her with closure or boosting her self-esteem. If she still has the key, I hope you change the locks on your flat, otherwise you might return to a broken-down residence. Report back to us. She has a key, which I never even considered. I'm going to have it rectified immediately. It's crucial to replace the lock. Many a furious ex-partner has demolished an apartment as payback. Furthermore, you don't want to return home to find her inside, waiting for you to make a scene. I'm sorry you're going through this, but it's best to learn the truth about your ex right away. Update us, please. Second update. My mom is keeping my ring secure, and I got it back. Second, I want to express my gratitude to everyone for helping me stay grounded when I was having self-doubts. I don't know who said it, but someone told me to stop worrying about what she did while traveling and concentrate on the fact that I broke up with her at the airport, which is what I did, and it wasn't something she was willing to fight about. She has therefore experienced being taken by surprise. Furthermore, it appears that her college friends warned her that if I didn't prove something, I would be insecure and argue, so she didn't know what to do. She once gave herself an excuse to use the restroom, returning after 20 minutes. Apparently, the brain trust was also in disarray. So, suggestions for a vacation? Edit. She acknowledged that she had ghosted me after apologizing in our group conversation the previous evening. She is whirling, saying that she needed some time alone to reflect because she was feeling anxious about the wedding. She apologizes again and again, but not for the original offense. It would be humorous if I wasn't the target of this trash, but she can't even defend herself without making things worse. For a vacation, I believe the answer is obvious: 6 weeks in Europe. Her family must be furious about her actions as well as the money she just cost them by postponing their wedding. You truly are a genius. I'm currently researching several. Take a week-long, low-cost vacation. There's a beach somewhere, I'd say. Then proceed to purchase the house with the remaining funds you have accumulated. When you obviously meant so little to her that she couldn't be bothered to communicate with you once every 6 weeks, don't waste time attempting to move on from her. And when you do buy that house, make sure to share the photos online, write about reaching your next major life milestone, and leave the rest of the world in the rearview mirror. Incredible. The topic of gaslighting was all she talked about. It doesn't matter that I doubt this is finished yet. I'm taking a holiday. I've spent the last 3 years saving for a home. I'm gonna treat myself. Have you ever traveled to Costa Rica? That remains one of the most pleasant locations I have ever been. You know how some people prefer beaches, while others prefer mountains? Both are available there, and the local beer is also rather good. Did she make an effort to defend or explain why she snapped at you as soon as she got on the plane? Or why she was obstructing you and everything? She even attempted to steer the conversation away from our exchange at the airport and towards what transpired throughout the trip. That's what she was expecting. Finally, I would like to thank everyone for their support in getting me back up. I was unhappy and felt completely unworthy. Tomorrow I head over the pond for the first time. They appear to be saying that I'm going to geek out and explore Edinburgh with my friend, which seems incredible in the picture I saw. I'll do my best to provide my Reddit family with the most recent updates. I want to thank you all one more. Next article. Did my wife lie about being fertile? Thus am I a bad husband for divorcing her? I, a 38-year-old man, have been married to my 37-year-old wife, Natalie, for 4 years. Natalie was previously married to a woman named Ka, who is 12 years old. When Ka was a baby, her father abandoned her. We don't know where he is. I treat her as though she were my own. We have a terrific relationship, and she calls me Dad. I expressed my desire for biological children to Natalie right away, and she expressed her willingness to have more children. We acquired a lovely home after getting married and began trying for a child. We conducted some testing after a year, and everything tested normal. IVF, according to my wife, would be excessively expensive and physically taxing. Though I was devastated in private, I made the decision to accept that I will never have biological children. This was before Natalie's sister informed me a few days ago that Natalie had lied to me. I was shocked when her sister yelled, "At least I don't take pills behind my husband's back and claim I'm infertile. Does he know you had an abortion?" After she and her sister fought in our home. After kicking her sister out, my wife broke down in tears and expressed that she didn't want to lose me or have any more children. It's unbelievable that she lied to me rather than conversing with me. I just walked out. Since then, I've been residing at my parents' home. Natalie suggests we can try for a baby and urges me to come back. Ka sent me a note urging me to return. My parents believe I should just let her go and try again later. She acknowledged her error and expressed regret. Is it wrong of me to want a divorce because of this lie? Edit. Canada is my home. I support women's rights to choose. Women need to be in charge of their bodies, in my opinion. Please don't lecture me about her rights. This is not the same situation. She told me a falsehood. My baby could be in my arms right now. It was just a few days ago that I learned she is opposed to having additional children. It took place 1.5 years following our nuptials. Indeed, my darling. Yes, when she said that we are unable to conceive, she realized that I was distraught and upset. I find it unbelievable that she lied to me. Top comment now, I'm not an a-hole. The decision not to have children is perfectly acceptable. It's quite acceptable to not want to have any more children. Changing your mind about having or not wanting children is perfectly acceptable. That is not the topic of this. This has to do with your partner's repeated decision to deceive you in order to give you hope for a future that she knows you won't have with her. For years, she deceived, betrayed, and lied to you. Is this really someone you would want to stay with, co-parent with, and have a child with, even if she turned around and truly wanted children now? I'm grateful. OP, here is the solution. Not the bastard. It's okay if you want to improve your relationship and feel incredibly deceived. You have every right to move on, though, if it's simply too much. OP, this was a great betrayal. This is no small deception. That's a great betrayal. I would never pardon her. Compared to cheating on you, this is worse. Knowing that having a biological father was essential to you, she gave you the opportunity to have one. That you were left out of the conversation regarding her feelings around an unwelcome pregnancy. All she wanted was to keep this a secret indefinitely. I'm glad she helped her sense integrity. The a-hole that is your wife. Not as good as an a-hole. Not pardonable. Proceed. Since his sister only told him after he acquired her, I would suggest that she possesses integrity. She didn't give a damn if OP knew or had control over his life. She intended to harm her sister because she was upset. Sister didn't care. If the bullet had to pass through OP in order to reach her target because she knew she had a kill shot. Maybe sister was carrying too large of a secret, and the weight of it all caused her to blow up, making it impossible for her to keep it a secret any longer. The manner OP found out is terrible, and his stepdaughter's life is about to take a drastic turn. Not the bastard. It's not a little white lie. Though lying is not a right, I do respect women's freedom of choice in general. She aborted your desired child without consulting you. That is a significant amount of betrayal. You were not told, but her sister was. To what extent did individuals know? How many people, and how long, kept the truth from you? I apologize, OP. This guy and I are together. I have nothing against lying. Everyone is dishonest. It takes place. This is not, however, I did the laundry and then pretended to do it kind of lying. I agree with you. She denied you the option to make a decision and left to have an abortion, which is likely why her sister knew and returned, meeting you in the eyes and said, "Yes, everything's fine. Want more chicken?" And that's from someone who doesn't have children. This man was honest about wanting his own children. She deliberately lied every day that she took those birth control tablets, misrepresenting herself time and time again. I can appreciate that she doesn't want any more children, but she ought to have said so directly. She took away his hope of having biological children of his own. while she was already blessed with her own. She took away from him nearly 10 years that he could have used to locate a spouse with whom to start a family. She is utterly reprehensible and extremely self-centered. If this was the fake life she was living, how could she possibly claim to love him? I'm glad her sister exposed her. I hope he manages to find someone. The fact that he will be starting a family and getting older is just terrible. Previous story. Was it wrong of me to approach my girlfriend's friend even though she insisted on keeping me a secret that I was her boyfriend? I've been officially dating my girlfriend for a few weeks now. I didn't initially give it much thought that she hadn't yet introduced me to her friend group. Before we ever got to hang together, my girlfriend told me not to bring up the fact that we were dating. She explained that she wasn't prepared for it when I questioned why. I could live with it for that night. I told my girlfriend that I felt horrible and that I wished she would think of me as her boyfriend's buddy after that. She assured me that she will be ready shortly and not to worry. She requested me not to bring it up again the second time, and although I was irritated, I complied. She responded that I was simply a buddy when I overheard one of her friends asking her whether there was anything going on between us during that second encounter. To be honest, I felt hurt. Even though I knew what I had consented to, hearing her say it hurt. One of her friends came up to me later that night and started making out with me, asking whether I was into my girlfriend. I told a fib, saying we were simply pals. For the following 2 hours, we talked and flirted a little. I gave her a friendly shove but didn't kiss her or anything. It was wonderful to have someone flirt with me, but I wasn't intending on getting even with my girlfriend or anything. My girlfriend lost her mind. I stepped over the line with her friend, she said. I told her that nothing happened. We were just having fun. After our altercation, I'm not sure if I should apologize or not. Choose the female who will make out with you in public, bro. This implies that she will treat you like you deserve to be treated and will hold your hand, kiss you, and spend time with you in public. The girl who believes you are someone should go stay in the closet. Honor yourself. Because Oho is an a-hole, this will also likely be relished on the repercussions. It appears like she is scheming you. The sneaky habit of stashing, in which a couple purposefully hides their connection from their family and social circle, is one such difficulty. Even while this behavior could initially appear innocent, it could be a serious red sign that points to deeper problems in the relationship. To put it mildly, cut or lose strange behavior. Someone who hides you doesn't deserve you. This is what happened to me. I got divorced after 2 years of marriage, but it took me 17 years to get it. There are a few reasons that come to mind for your girlfriend to conceal a connection. They are all harmful to you. She's embarrassed by you, to start. Secondly, she doesn't take the relationship seriously. Third, she wants to be able to go out with her friends and meet guys without anyone questioning her about it. Get a friend and dump her. Not the bastard. Or 4, if her friends discover she has been in a relationship the entire time, they will probably criticize her or say something since they already know she chats to other males. That was my initial thought. If that were the case, she would be in serious danger of her friends inquiring as to the whereabouts of the other guy. I'm prepared to believe that she would be foolish enough to take that chance as well, given that she is foolish enough to think she can refer to her boyfriend as merely a friend in front of him, and have him accept it. Indeed, based on what I've read, that appears quite likely. Or perhaps she has her eye on a guy in the group to serve as her fallback partner. In any case, she sounds quite endearing. That is so hilarious, dude. That was inevitable for her. She's looking at other guys too, which is the only damn reason I can think of for not wanting to tell anyone. You sure you want to do this, though? I would give her my point of view. Not that he's an a-hole, but mainly because she was the first, doesn't think much of him, fears being perceived as settling, etc., and wants to keep him around until she discovers what she believes to be a better alternative. Whatever the case, this is a serious red flag. In summary, my ex-girlfriend kept me around but eventually dumped me because he was dumped himself for treating his partner badly. She had wanted to be with her coworker all along. Still, it is what it is. She is currently in an abusive relationship.